Welcome to Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. America's game of the week is a gem as the 6-2 Cowboys take on the 3-6 Packers. It is cold as you would normally expect. Feels like 27 degrees, but beautiful football weather here in Green Bay as Mike McCarthy makes his return as, of course, coach of the Cowboys. They won the toss and they receive. A lot of teams don't do that anymore. We can't wait to get this going. Well, Green Bay, it's the opposite as we welcome you to the broadcast booth. Greg Olson and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So really, Packers lost 5 in a row. How do they win this game?
Yeah, I think the key for this game is on this Green Bay defense. They have to keep this game tight. You do not want to let Dallas get an early lead and have to play from behind. This Dallas Cowboys defense, this pass rush, they're built to play with a lead. This Green Bay defense has to keep this game tight and keep this offense under check.
Well, as you can imagine, Mike McCarthy very excited to make his return here to Green Bay. He told us he woke up at 4 a.m. He walked around his old property, even shot some hoops and said, hey, I went to Starbucks 3 times before 9. And then just before 10, he arrived at Lambeau, came out onto the field, checked the grass, said hello to a lot of familiar faces like players, support staff, everyone waiting to say hi. He said, I love the tradition. I love the history here at Lambeau. I'm going to take it all in, but man, I cannot wait till this game kicks off.
Yeah, up at 4, shooting hoops. You know, Mike's got some nervous energy. We go downstairs to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, we talked a lot about Mike McCarthy's return. It was on Aaron Rodgers' mind as well. He spent part of this week talking with us about his feelings regarding his old head coach, saying, I appreciate the man and the heart. Here you see the greeting between the two of them. They have remained in steady contact. Rodgers telling us he feels like the narrative surrounding the two of them has been misunderstood. In particular, the time that they spent together so often in McCarthy's office on the couch, conversations that could last up to 3 hours long about issues on and off the field. As Rodgers told us, every one of those conversations ended with an I love you and a hug. Every one. And there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of love there. A lot of competition right now as Rodgers would desperately love to get a win and turn the Pack season around, guys.
Kings-Bills game with Carissa Thompson.
You're right about that, Kevin. So the Vikings overcame a 17-point second-half deficit to send this bad boy into overtime. Greg Joseph's 33-yard field goal is good. Bills are driving with 2 minutes left. Keep you updated. Kev?
Boys, just think about this. We mentioned this at the start, how it all started, right? I mean, early in the season, Dak's hurt. Where do the Cowboys turn now? It's seeming like doom and gloom, and then it's McCarthy on backup QB Cooper Rush. He doesn't get rattled. He didn't. And then the defense just leading the way for this team. Near perfect marks for the first 8 games. Those are the headlines for the Cowboys. Thus, they are 6-2, trailing the first-place Eagles and hitting their stride. Coming into Lambeau here this afternoon. We have another game break. Back to Carissa.
Update on that Buffalo game. Josh Allen's pass over the middle, Kevin. Intercepted by Patrick Peterson. His 4th red zone interception in the red zone in the last 2 weeks. Vikings with their 7th consecutive win pull off the upset in Buffalo. Kevin?
Now it's the end of the first quarter. He's had to run the 6 seconds off. The emotions running high tonight. McCarthy's back. Aaron Rodgers and the Pack scoreless after 1. Back at Lambeau, we start the second quarter. What a cool drone shot. You know, Mike McCarthy comes back. We get the drones out. I mean, we're just pulling out all the stops here this afternoon. Packers move the ball on the ground, most they've done in a long time, but failed to score any points. Cowboys is their 3rd possession for them. First time they're moving the ball a little bit here. The NFC East is really good. Eagles are undefeated. They're 8-0. They play tomorrow night. Giants 7-2. They won again today, beat Houston. And the Cowboys are 6-2. And they're winning right now 7-0 here at Lambeau after a 17-play drive. 83 yards. They went quick tempo a lot. Certainly helped them out. They take the lead here in the second quarter. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Greg Olson. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. That's not Thor. It's Kevin Olson down there. I know a lot of people feel confused by that. You know, you see with Dallas, with Dak Prescott back in a groove, what this team can be. 6-2, but it could be even better.
Yeah, they're really impressive. If they can continue to match this defense that we're seeing right now and how good they've been with this version of this offense since Dak's been back and that last drive we just saw, it's a scary group.
Well, Mike McCarthy way right outside Lambeau Field, 13-year head coach here, Super Bowl 45 winner, and back for the first time since being let go in 2018. This time as coach of the Cowboys and his Dallas squad with a 4th and 1. Oh, it's been a good first half. Beautiful shot of Lambeau Field. What a place. If you like football, this is the place to come. And the turnover's a story here today. And by an unlikely source, Rudy Ford, a backup safety who's playing a lot today with all the injuries, and he's got 2 picks. He had 1 in his entire career. And both have led to Green Bay touchdowns. So that is the story.
What an incredible day we've had with the Airman of the United States Air Force at LUV Air Base in Doha, Qatar. Coming up with the Verizon halftime show, we've got scores and highlights. Plus, Michael said he's going to jump from that C-17.
My dad did that. I'm not doing that. I didn't say that.
We'll find out. See what happens.
And guys over in Qatar, good stuff with all the service women and men out there. And why not, as that'll end the half, take your shot. And a good first half it was. 14-all. Cowboys and Mike McCarthy's return. And the Packers are all square. Stay tuned for the Verizon halftime show coming up after these messages.
That's a really impressive drive by this Cowboys offense.
Rodgers lets it fly. Has Watson for the touchdown.
Would be the biggest catch of this young receiver's career.
Yeah, today's game flow brought to you by Progressive, and we get ready for the second half. 14-all Cowboys and the Packers. Welcome to the booth. Greg Olson, I'm Kevin Burkhardt. We asked at the beginning how Green Bay could win this game. They've lost 5 in a row. They haven't looked good. Aaron Rodgers threw 6 passes. They're winning it, or they're tied because of the run game right now.
Yeah, the run game, and then prior to that last 2-minute drive, the defense had played really well. So if you're Green Bay, you go into halftime, you come out and say, hey, we forced 2 takeaways. We've played pretty well. We've run the ball, but we're tied. And I think that's a credit to Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Him bouncing back after those 2 tough picks both led to the Green Bay touchdowns. To take them on that 2-minute drive there and punching in with the touchdown to Schultz just speaks volumes about just the resiliency of Dak Prescott and this Dallas offense. That was impressive to finish the half.
See the numbers. Cowboys, a late touchdown drive to tie it, as Greg was talking to. A couple touchdowns, but also a couple of interceptions for Prescott, both to Rudy Ford, who had 1 interception in his career coming in, getting a lot of playing time today with all the injuries. And Aaron Jones, a nice first half for Green Bay, 66 rushing yards, a touchdown, caught 1 pass too. And now Green Bay will start with the football.
And it sounds funny to say, I think both these teams come out of the second half, come out of the locker room, and I think they both feel pretty good about where they are. I think Green Bay, they need to play a close game. They don't want to get into a drop back. We talked about that early on. And if you're Dallas, of course, you're disappointed in the 2 picks that led to touchdowns for Green Bay. But you look up and you say, we played pretty poorly. We gave them 14 points off takeaways, but we're tied. So I think both these teams, I think, start in the second half.
Well, Kevin, talking to Matt LaFleur coming out for the second half, he said he was pleased with his offense, in particular their ability to run the ball. But the play that stood out the most, of course, the bomb to Christian Watson. He said, we need him. We believe in him. We're so glad to see him make that play. Defensively, he joked, you think we should be playing Rudy Ford a little more? Wow, after the 2 picks he had. His message to his team coming out, it's nighttime at Lambeau against the Cowboys. Compete. This should be fun. Play like it's fun. Let's go and get it, guys.
Well, I spoke to Mike McCarthy as he walked back into that very tight visitors locker room, Kevin, which, by the way, he said, this is weird. He said it wasn't weird the way his offense was able to bounce back after those 2 interceptions. He said we got to cut those miscues out. Obviously, 2 interceptions turned into 14 points for the Packers. For his offense, we're going to stay with the mix, run the ball, and throw the ball. He knows what Aaron Rodgers can do, but he said it's Aaron Jones we need to concentrate on. They don't want to let him build off of that first half on the ground.
Yeah, he's clearly done most of the damage. Again, Aaron Rodgers only throwing 7 passes.
As we celebrate our veterans here during Veterans Day and Veterans Day weekend, a special connection to Aaron Jones. Both of his parents served more than 25 years in the military. There you see Alvin Jones Sr., who died recently from complications related to COVID, and his mom, Vergess, both deployed when he was in grade school to Iraq. And Aaron Jones said this week, they told me they would come back home, and they did. That kind of service is what we salute. Not just Veterans Day, guys, as we know, but every day, as we salute all our servicemen and women. We appreciate Aaron Jones and his family and their service.
Well, all year they talk about these rookie wideouts, and in this game, Watson, we've seen it, right? A couple drops, a couple balls he didn't track, but he's hit a couple home runs, and the last one was huge on a 4th down.
He is. He's a home run hitter. He's a modern-day baseball player. He's going to hit home runs, and in between,
couple strikeouts.
You're not really sure what you're going to get, but you can see the big play potential just jumps off at you when you watch him play. He's healthy, he's fast, he's dynamic. You can see why they're so excited about Christian Watson, and tonight he's made his impact felt.
The great Vince Lombardi, back of the day. And then there's today, Mike McCarthy tried to emulate the look. Sans cigarette, no cigarette. But Mike coming back today. We just added the black and white. It was a nice touch by our guys, right? Richie Zients, our producer, Rich Russo, our director. And there's Mike McCarthy back in his old digs with his Cowboys up by 7. Green Bay football. The first offensive play, and we did this game. Aaron Rodgers goes up top. It was a 75-yard touchdown. He dropped it. He's had health issues in and out of the lineup. Not his fault, obviously. Today, he's had a couple drops. He had a couple miscommunications. But he's got 2 bomb touchdowns, and then this, the game tire, and just that's why they drafted him. That speed that has been missing since Adams went to Vegas.
Absolutely, and it's... You just got to feel good for him. Anytime a young player has early struggles in the league, there's always the question of how are they going to handle it mentally. The physical qualities, of course, are all there, but you can see this is different body language than we've seen out of Christian Watson. He's confident. He's feeling it. Good for him.
What did Aaron Rodgers say this week? Don't forget, I am the 2-time reigning MVP.
It's almost like he knew something.
A little reminder.
It's like he knew something.
About this today. Mike McCarthy was here in the 9 o'clock hour, just coming back to his former digs and just getting a chance to enjoy it. Say hello to the people and feel the grass, and then this pregame warm-ups. I mean, it's just heartfelt, right? A couple guys who I think have a lot of respect for each other, and so many coaches, not just McCarthy, but this on the big board here at Lambeau. Some of these coaches on Dallas either coached here, played here, or both. And of course, has to come down to the final minutes. What a game, what a day here at Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers trying to break a 5-game losing streak against the red-hot Cowboys. Mike McCarthy has returned to Green Bay. Christian Watson, the rookie, having a coming-out party with 3 touchdowns. Dallas went up by 2 scores in the 3rd. Green Bay 2 to tie in the 4th. And here we are, overtime on a crisp night in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Perfect, just perfect for this kind of game. A Green Bay winner! .36-yard pass to Alan Lazard, set it up, and then Mason Crosby from 28, and the comeback is complete. How about the rookie Christian Watson, his coming out party, 3 touchdowns. Big time game from him. Packers were down 2 touchdowns. Mike McCarthy's return trip going well for so long, but Aaron Rodgers says, still my house. And the Packers keep their season alive. The 5-game losing streak is over, and a thriller at Lambeau. Back to Green Bay after this.